We're going to be talking through a little live before lock for this slate, and I narrowed down a little bit what I was doing, but I kind of have a similar outlook, similar as we often do in baseball, as I did early on. What about you?
Well, I just updated the projections, so I have a little bit of time. I'm just kind of going to build here. What I'm going to start with is I'm going to start with my FanDuel, actually, my big buy-in. But you could tell everybody what your plans are here.
So my plans are basically like my main stacks right now are a combination of Baltimore, the Mets, and Toronto with some Dodgers. Okay. Assuming that game, I get nervous with these yellows, with these Roth yellows in Washington because I've seen it so many times before, and it just worries me a little bit. I also worry that people are going to be on the Dodgers because they seem so much cheaper, but that's largely because Mookie's not playing. Well, Mookie is averaging I think last month he averaged 24 fantasy points a game, something crazy. Not really that much, but close to it. And without Mookie, it's not quite the same lineup, but they did get JD back, who crushes lefties. So I like that. But yeah, Dodgers, Toronto, Baltimore, and the Mets. I think it would be good for a lot of us to get to go out of our way to get some Braves. That's the last other thought I had.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Initially, I wasn't going to do it, but when you see that people aren't paying attention to the Braves, it's always going to be something I do. They don't have Austin Riley in the lineup, so it actually, if you want to give a little boost to Mitch Keller for that, okay. But you also have you now have Michael Harris hitting earlier in the lineup. There's just a lot of things you could like, and looking at the ownership, there's actually, you know what? Never mind. I just looked at the updated ownership. It's higher than I thought it was going to be. I have the Dodgers clicked here. Let me fix this. Atlanta. It's still low enough. No one's playing Ozuna's. No, that's FanDuel. I'm sorry, I got to get to FanDuel. Let me go back to DraftKings. Sorry, Sheets. But that's what I'm doing for hitting. What are you doing hitting wise?
Well, I'm doing FanDuel first. Okay. So,
let's talk FanDuel.
What's that?
Let's talk FanDuel. That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm playing either Harrison or Kikuchi as my main pitcher. I haven't decided which one that's going to be yet. So I'm going to build, leaving the 400 on the table with Harrison. And then we're going to see if it makes a difference. On FanDuel, I have Baltimore as the top one, but I see that they're getting some ownership as well. I wonder if at 3,300 a man, I could play the weather game and get risky and play Milwaukee. But let's see what these Baltimore guys look like, because I do think that is probably the best play. So let me just see.
I like Baltimore.
Yeah, so let's play Santander in the outfield for first of all, so that we can play Rushman. And then we're going to play Mullins and Henderson just to see what this looks like. Henderson, I don't know whether to play third base or short, so we'll play him third base for now. And then we'll play Mullins and just see what that leaves us. So 3,200 a man is pretty easy.
I mean, it's just so easy to I'll just real quickly say I'm using Blake Snell on FanDuel. I want to go I can get completely different and unique with my lineup with just one little click of the button for the guy with the highest upside and who's been the most consistent pitcher, the highest scoring pitcher on the slate. So that's what I'm going to do. But if you want, there's everybody's super Atlanta's going to be way more popular on FanDuel than they are on DraftKings because they are so easy to get in. I have the Dodgers and Braves on FanDuel with Blake Snell. Partly it's because I didn't want to click too many Blake Snells on DraftKings, so I mostly am using him on FanDuel and just sort of I'll let that be a piece. Take my fairly chalky-ish Atlanta 4-man, my semi-chalky-ish Dodger 4-man, and play him with a guy who no one's going to play. But I like the idea of the Baltimore and the Dodgers. The problem is I think you're building a chalk lineup. That's my only fear.
Let's see. So Mookie is out.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying. So Mookie is out. So if we did something like this, and then I would just this is the shell, okay, and then we're gonna play Freeman. All right. So this leaves 500 on the table, and it plays Baltimore and the Dodgers. And it obviously is pretty chalky. What am I going to do? Well, play something else. I could get up to, and also, what is interesting about this, I could also get up to Kikuchi for the same money. This would say this left 500 on the table, so I could get up to Kikuchi here. I don't know what to play that would be lower owned though that I like. I guess I could play Atlanta, right? What about the Texas? They're a little lower owned.
For some reason, my projections on just went completely gone. They're not on SaberSim. There's no projections on SaberSim anymore for me on FanDuel. I don't know what happened. Let me just jump back to DraftKings and see if that works.
I was talking this through then. So I might replace either with Texas or with Philly or the Mets. I mean, obviously, all these things are possible. So you do think Atlanta's going to be more popular. So this isn't that bad if I'm fading Atlanta, right?
I mean, they're not going to. I didn't say they're going to be the most popular. It's just so easy to get anything you want on FanDuel. So Atlanta, Baltimore, Toronto, and the Mets are going to be, and Dodgers are going to be. Like that's where the ownership's going to go.
Yeah.
But if you're playing the 333, you don't really need to worry about the ownership as much.
Right.
Because we're talking about a small field tournament. It's 200 people. It's a lot different than trying to beat 1,000.
Yeah. So let's save that one. Again, this is like you said. It's not a big deal. All right. So we'll build the MME stuff in a second. But let me take a look at the DraftKings. The DraftKings is a little harder. It's just an 888, so I want to just think about this a little bit more. These are builds from earlier. These don't even mean anything. But if I were going to build something on DraftKings, then I'm going to do my MME stuff after.
Okay.
Is this one the 888? Let's see what this is. Omega 8, whatever it's called. Okay. This actually we should probably just leave it just like this. But anyway, we'll get rid of that. Let me take a look and see what DraftKings looks like. First, the pitchers. Kikuchi, Harrison, Montgomery, Senga, Allen, Severino. I mean, is this ownership of Severino at 10% is not accurate, right?
I mean, I think people are worried about that game a little bit. You're talking about DraftKings.
Yeah.
It's weird because I'm looking at your FanDuel. So, yeah, I would imagine that he's going to be higher on, and I think it'll have something to do with updated weather or whatever. But I would imagine he gets a little higher on than that.
Senga, Logan Allen. I don't know who do you like the most. I mean, Kikuchi's the best play, but he's the highest owned. Let me go backwards, I guess. Let me see what
Are you on DraftKings or FanDuel?
I'm not showing DraftKings. Oh, share this tab instead. Sorry, DraftKings.
I'm just trying to. That's why I was just trying to figure out.
Yeah. Senga, Montgomery. These are all the same to me. Montgomery, Senga. You know what I mean? Harrison.
I don't agree with that, but
why? Who do you like more between Senga and Montgomery?
I just think in general, Montgomery has a great matchup. In general, Senga just always has higher upside than Montgomery is going to. Because Montgomery is not, I mean, he doesn't have to strike people out. Like, he doesn't strike people out necessarily. He's had a couple of games where he did this year. So, but I have Senga significantly. I don't have one Montgomery lineup, but I'm going to force him into a bunch after we get off because the matchup is too good. But he didn't. I'm much more on the Senga or the Kikuchi side of things. That they're by far Senga, Kikuchi, and the other one, the Harrison, are my favorites.
Let me take a look at the hitting on DraftKings. This is just for the hand build. It's the same teams for me, Atlanta and Baltimore. And then, boy, you know who I keep coming back to, like a two kind of low-owned teams here, is Philly and Houston. Oh, that's against Snell. Okay, fair. Okay, I don't want to do that. So what about Philly?
I think Philly's a really good idea. That's going to be very low owned. So I like.
Yeah, what does that look like? So let's pay a little bit of money. We'll pay for Schwarber. We'll pay for Harper. He's probably over $6K, right? And we'll play Turner. He's probably $6K nowadays, right? Yeah. If I was gonna, I mean, if I was gonna do a 5-man, I could save a little bit. I could play like Marsh if I want. He's hitting 8th.
Yeah, I mean your natural guys you want in generally are Harper, Schwarber.
Yeah.
I mean the Schwarber one I'm always fine with fading because it's a home run or bust. It seems like every time I do it though, he always seems to hit a home run. He's just like, I mean, he is one of the, I think he has the worst average in baseball. Yeah, I mean, I would, depending on how much salary you had, I think Bryson Stott would be my 4th favorite behind the big 3. And probably.
Like of these 6, like who would you throw out?
They're crazy expensive. They're going to be completely unowned.
Yeah. So if I did that,
Yuri Perez is a good pitcher. The guy they're facing.
Yeah. Well, let me just see what this would look like. So who would be my other cheapo? I really don't like any of the cheapos just so I can get the Philly. That doesn't make too much sense to me. I mean, I would want to play
guys.
Yeah, I would want to play Kikuchi, and then in that case, then we're just.
You're okay. You're fine at 2,900 spot. No, you were fine with real moves though.
You think?
Yes, it's so easy. I mean, it's just this time of year. It's just so easy to if you want to try and dumpster dive. I mean, let's just go back. Let me jump back to DraftKings here.
So that's what Philly looks like. Just for the hell of it. What does a Houston stat look like against Snell? But it's kind of stupid because like you want to if you want to play against Snell, you want to play against him when he's popular. You know what I mean? Like.
Right.
Like nobody's playing him. It's like ridiculous.
And even that, like again, like I said, he's been the best and most consistent. He's been the most consistent pitcher in baseball this season, pretty much. He's had one bad start in 30 starts. So I think at least as of right now, and this is a bad matchup for him, like on paper for sure. But I'm starting to go like again, yeah. If he was popular, maybe you can gamble on because of the long term. You know, we know that he walks guys. We know he doesn't, he gets deep in counts. We know that you can steal on him. But I don't know that I'd be overly excited about playing Houston on this slate. But maybe you're right. Maybe you just say F it and go for it.
What do the Dodgers look like here? The Rosario, you save a little bit. You play Rosario, Hernandez. I mean, you don't care. Obviously, you don't care lefty with Freeman. This
I don't care lefty with Freeman or Outman or Muncy.
Yeah.
I just want to point out though, it does feel weird with this lineup. Like if I was playing, actually, you know what? I am playing enough Dodgers to where I probably will put Mackenzie Gore in the lineup.
Well, how about the thing that I'm going to get yelled at for? What if I just play? No, we're going to get yelled at here. Actually, there are 3. Boy, Baltimore is just such a good freaking play.
Yeah, I mean, so when we do these, I'm happy to go through this. I'd love to just give me a heads up, and we'll change the format because I did want to like go through pitching and talk.
Go for it. Do your thing. Go.
No, it's cool. But I want your thoughts on it too. I would love to go back and forth.
Well, go ahead. I mean, I'll tell you who the good pitchers are. I mean, it's like
okay. Well, no, I know, but I'd love to hear who you like because I've got Kikuchi, Senga, Harrison, Severino. I'm debating what happens with the weather there. Then in the next tier for me is Logan Allen, Hunter Brown, Bryce Elder. But the main ones for me are going to be the Kikuchi, Severino, Senga, and Harrison.
Yeah, those I have Kikuchi at the top. Then Harrison, Montgomery, Senga, Logan Allen, and Severino.
Mm-hmm.
And Severino's low owned, so if I feel that game is going to play.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I mean, look, Leonidas is saying he's in New York and, he's in New Jersey and you're obviously in New York. But like, I mean, the early bat, he's saying the weather, it's just sprinkling now. It'll be gone. And it is supposed to it should be fine to play. Like just looking at the weather, it should play fine. The question is, do the Yankees just maybe scratch Sever? Yeah, Roth just lowered it to yellow-orange, by the way, instead of orange-yellow.
Yeah.
So, and man, I think I'm going to roll with Severino.
I think so.
Yeah. But are people really they're going to be this low on it? Is this right? Is this possible? That they really are that far off of them?
Hold on, Henderson. Yeah, I don't think so. I think they have to play him. But then again, Kikuchi's such a good play. You know, like how much do you really need to say?
Right, exactly. Kikuchi is, Harrison's reasonable enough. There's plenty of value out there. You don't necessarily need to do it. But at the same time, like when Severino's on, like he's been in 2 of his last 3 starts, he's basically got the same upside or more than those guys do, possibly, you know? And this is a guy we were paying 10K for last year, 10K plus. So it's really down to what you think of where he's at, I guess, versus and the weather, how much you want to weigh that in. But it doesn't seem like a delay risk. What worries me is that if they start the game late, while the game would play fine, I could just see like after the delay saying, okay, you know what? We have nothing. We basically have nothing to play for anymore. We won't start Severino tonight. You know what I mean? I'm worried about getting angeled. But they're playing at home. The Yankees will I mean, they'll I don't know. I'm sort of going back and forth with myself on this one.
Well, not only that, but as I was saying, they've been running these guys. Like Schmidt, they played like Schmidt, they put 100 pitches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think they're pitching these guys.
Well, Schmidt was also in the middle of his best game. I just think it's all that was just completely game reliant. But Schmidt is not also like Severino to them.
That's true.
Severino is a guy who, like, I mean, sure, I mean, it was different. I don't understand this. The total dropped in the New York Minnesota game. They both have a 4.25 run total. What is happening that I'm missing in this game? Why is any team playing Dallas Keuchel have a run total below 4?
Yeah, that I don't get.
About 4. Go ahead, Shoots.
Yeah, that I do not get at all.
I can't figure it out. It's kind of weirding me out a little bit.
All right, so let's do something else. I'm gonna do a Saber sim build with the new projections and see what I can come up with for my MLB stuff. I'm just gonna play Baltimore.
My main stack is most commonly used stack is Baltimore, and they're gonna have some ownership, but I think the ownership's gonna be spread out enough where you're okay.
And the other big buy-in one I might play. I mean, again, if I want, considering he lowered its yellow, I think I am gonna play Milwaukee.
You're gonna play Milwaukee, okay? I think that's a really cool move. Like, I whether it works or not, but I think it's a really, really good play.
Yeah,
I like that quite a bit.
Let's upload these and let's just see what kind of stuff we get with Saber Sim for the MME stuff.
So what is our prediction going to be?
Probably the same as probably all this Cleveland crap again. Actually, I bet you we get Mets. How about that?
You're saying this Cleveland stuff. I still don't see where no one's doing it. Nobody's playing these guys. It just seems like it's a thing. It's sort of like your thing with the Diamondbacks from a couple years ago, where it just seems.
I guess so, right?
Because I don't know if anybody's playing anything from Cleveland.
You know, they're actually playing them. Like in theory, like they're supposed to. In theory, like you get it, but like they don't actually play these guys. All right.
Yeah, no one actually does it, right? Oh man,
I like playing those like Jimenez's and those Cleveland guys.
Sure. I don't, but sure.
Right.
They have no power at all, so they never win anything for me. But
that's not nice.
It's true. They have the least power of any team. What do they have? The second fewest home runs in baseball.
Oh, maybe catch some doubles and triples. Man,
yeah, you can get there other ways. Yeah. Stadium downgrade for them.
As I watched Matt Olson get 3 home runs.
I mean, I think
you know what? It's like there's no way if there were like big time pitchers I want to pay up for, maybe I would justify that a little more.
This Angels lineup is maybe the worst one I've seen in baseball this year. They actually did release their
lineup. Let's go play Logan Allen then, and then let's see.
I think that's the right thing to do. Allen and Montgomery are the 2 I'm going to add once I get out of here, which I'll probably be here for another 10 minutes, guys. So if there's any questions or thoughts, anything you want to go for me, I'm started posting some of my stuff in football. I'll be getting the rest of it done tonight and tomorrow. Actually, it'll be more tomorrow.
And there it is, 90% Cleveland.
I don't understand what this thing is that they keep getting to.
that nobody's playing.
And maybe that it's just. I guess someone's gonna have to explain it to me. Like I don't know. I just don't understand it. Cleveland. Let me just see if I'm missing anything.
Pitching wise, just these dudes like Allen, Kikuchi, Senga, Harrison, Severino, all the guys, same dudes, just all the Cleveland. I don't know. Maybe the Angels pitching staff is that bad.
Their bullpen is terrible. And but right now Griffin Canning is still planning on starting this game, and he's not terrible.
Let's see something.
You know who I like that you mentioned earlier was Texas. I think if you're playing multiple lineups, getting some exposure there is probably a good idea.
Lineups. At the end of the day, we're probably just supposed to play the Mets.
I mean, yeah, the team, but like right now, the Mets have one of the lowest run totals in the slate.
How?
I don't know. They have a 4.2 run total.
Is like Frank Viola pitching or something?
No, it's freaking Keuchel, and I don't know what specifically they're seeing. That, but remember, I said this the other day, and Corbin was pitching. It seemed like a very low total against them.
And what happened?
They killed him. Yeah. They scored 1 million runs in the first 4 innings. Ryan Nelson says he's got 4-3 Baltimore, Cleveland with Kikuchi and a FanDuel entry. I mean, one thing is, like, I know you say that it's not like Cleveland's even especially cheap. Like, look at the prices on some of the Angels who are in there. It's just so weird. Like, Eduardo Escobar is hitting 3rd at 2,400 on DraftKings. Like, Chad Wallach is hitting. This is a really bad lineup, like extraordinarily bad, which means they're probably going to score 10 runs.
Probably.
Any thoughts on block? I just don't think there's any reason to do it. Like, I actually like the Giants a little bit, to be honest with you. I just couldn't find myself, like, there's just too many other games I like better, but I can't do block. The only way I play block is if I played block and Severino together, basically. MJ, tell me how that works for you. So you left 3,000 on the table and played Gray, or you left nothing on the table, played Gray, but you were going to just switch to Bell and leave all the money on the table? Because people say this stuff all the time. I mean, like, it was true for me too. I was one player away. I was one move away from winning all the tournaments last night. Unfortunately, my move was when Josh Reynolds broke free and didn't quite get in the end zone. That would have been the one that got me there, because he was great. He was, I think he was the second or third highest scoring player, the third highest scoring player in the slate, maybe. But I played all the Bell and I still didn't get there. Bell was like 3% owned sheets. Like, I was like, this is crazy. I know he could only, but like, that was crazy. I just don't understand when people say I was one guy off. I played this guy over that guy. I'm like, were you going to leave 10,000 on the table and do that? Like, if I played Blake Bell over Amon-Ra St. Brown, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was that in the realm of possibility, MJ? Let me know that one, because we hear that all the time, especially from another member of the guys, not me or Sheets, but somebody else. We always hear if I just put this guy over that guy, well, that guy costs 10K more or something. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can't just do that.
Yeah, I was one 4x4 away.
No, I hear what you're saying about the Bell over Gray, but what do you mean if Bell over Gray? Because Bell didn't outscore Gray by more than what? What did he outscore him by? Like 3 points?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying you would have left 3K on the table because Gray was 2,600 and Bell was 200. That's what I was asking. So was that a decision point? That was for me. I actually did that and played Bell over Gray, left with 3K on the table. But was that even a possibility of something to consider? Because like we all could have said, if we played the Rice guy, who literally was like a 0.5% owned from.
Dude, let me explain something.
3.1. Oh wow, shit, that really does suck. Then that is
no. Let me explain something to you. So I lost money. I had 30% Rice.
How did you have 30% Rice?
I got from Saberson.
That's crazy, man.
I don't know. The hell do I know?
I mean, they had 9 receivers like you could play. It was so nuts.
And not only that, but the coach speak was that he was going to be in a reserve role. That's it was a terrible coach.
He wasn't in a reserve role. He only played like 8 snaps. He just happened to catch a touchdown.
Yeah, so Severino's gonna have to. He's gonna eat it here. He is definitely gonna eat it in this build. First of all, you get the leader of the free world, my favorite player, like Bryce Turang. You have to deal with him, and then And then when you get Frelick doesn't have the power that I thought he had, by the way.
Who?
Frelick?
What was the power? What? Oh, I don't know what that means.
No, his first couple of games, I thought he was going to be like some slugger or something like that, but he didn't really do much after that.
I mean, it's really hard to take like a 30-game sample size for a career. And
Okay, that's fair enough.
Tellez
2,400. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that.
Yeah, I like this idea of what you're going through. I'm not doing it myself, but I think this is really a good idea. For what it's worth, there is a little bit of wind blowing in from right field. Just giving that away wouldn't hold me off of anything, but 6 miles an hour blowing in from right.
And then, boy, if I can get away with that. Oh, this is strong. What position can I play Kiki Hernandez at? I can play him at third base. Oh, I might have to do that. And I could play Outman.
Well, no, you play Taylor.
I could play Taylor. Okay, so that's a 2-man.
You can't get another Dodger in there. That's for sure.
Cannot get another Dodger in unless I change this to
team no chalk except for the little mini Dodger part of it. Oh, you got, I guess you got Harrison, but
so I do Kanha, and then who's another Dodger I could play?
I hate this kind of building, so I don't want to comment. It makes my brain hurt because I just think that if you just start subbing and swapping and this and thatting and not caring about who the players are, it kind of matters a little bit.
No, I care. I care who the players are.
Like okay.
Okay, all right, fine. I care who the players are. Let's get a one-off from something else.
Yeah, let's get a 3,500 guy for you. What's wrong with the 521?
Got to be some 3,500 guy that's worth playing.
Yeah, let's see.
Like O'Hearn. There you go.
That's my one of my fourth highest owned player today. There you go.
Now I can't. Now you have to take my mouse away because otherwise I'll try to get pretty and try to make these guys Baltimore guys.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to do that in a way that you like. Yeah, you definitely. I mean, you could play the what? You could play the 4-6-9.
Oh, forget that. I could almost play Rushman here.
Yeah. If you played Rushman, I mean, you could do it. You could totally do it. Because you could play Urias at short at third, which is 600 savings, and then you would go from Taylor to Austin Hayes, and then you go to now you're going to be in a 4-4 though in a minute.
Urias is pretty nice.
Yeah, I know. Well, if you're gonna play, that's the only way you can do it because the only other Baltimore eligible player is 5,400.
We're gonna go back to this.
I like that as a 5-2-1, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily know that I would be.
No. We're gonna go back to Contreras. We're gonna go back to this. We're just gonna do this. That's what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna build a FanDuel just for MME. Right? MME is like a lot of fun on FanDuel.
You could have done the Mets too as a 3-man easily.
Freeman is out for Cleveland. That's annoying.
I didn't even know Cleveland. They finally let their lineup out, huh? What do they got here?
He's only in the one lineup.
They had it out. Never mind. I saw it.
I only have to fix the one lineup, so let's do that. Let's see.
Oh, nice. I'm probably going to go in a couple minutes because I need to finish my build. I guess I can do it while you're doing this. It's hard for me to stay focused when I'm doing it. Let's see. So we're going to try and bump it. Well, you talk through your things. I'll throw mine in every now and then. I'm going to bump up the Logan Allen love quite a bit after that Angels lineup came out.
You're going to bump up the Logan Allen love a little bit?
Mm-hmm. Logan Allen and Jordan Montgomery are the two guys I'm going to start getting a lot more exposure to. Oh, I'm also using Christopher. What's his name? Is it the Sanchez for the Phillies as a pitcher? I'm actually surprised no one talked about him today.
Sanchez?
Yeah. I feel like we never really touched on him, but that's cool. Now we get to play him. Get to play him anyway.
Right. You're right? Okay. What?
So I definitely don't want it. The only thing I would say, Sheets, about that other lineup, I'm worried about the Dodgers anything less than at least a 3-man. Because if the game does postpone, you really don't want to have a 2-man or one-offs from it.
The Dodger game?
Yeah, I'm telling you, get a yellow in Washington. You never know what's going to happen.
It's true.
Kirk, Olsen. Wait, I really do like this lineup separately.
What would a Texas stack look like here? That's pretty expensive to get what you want here. Seager.
Guys, pop in questions whenever you want. Other than that, we're just going to.
I'm just kind of.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
Yeah, I guess the Mets stack just looks like a lot of fun here, and I don't care Nemo lefty, that'll be fine.
Yeah, he just hit 2 home runs in that spot the other day. So
he did, didn't
he? Yeah.
And then yeah, that genius catcher still there. Yeah.
Come on, DraftKings, stop freezing on me. This is getting ridiculous. I can't take it when I try to edit lineups and they do this to me. Like.
Yeah, you still can't get that that worked out.
It had been working totally fine until literally till last night. But it's because football season's back now and their site just gets messed up. Let's do Hunter Brown and Logan Allen. We can upgrade at third base. We can't really upgrade at third base. Wow, this is a tricky build here.
Yeah, so it's I am going to end up with the Mets in one of the big buy-ins. It seems too juicy to me.
Yeah, I've got a lot of that. And Vientos I think he's gonna be popular, but it's weird because third base is like there's a couple of really good plays there, but Vientos is 2,200. I mean,
yeah. So just also, I know that everybody's like really, really excited about this. So I know you've all been waiting for this. So within probably the next like 2 hours, the truck series projections will go up. So I know.
Let's go.
I know that everybody's been waiting with bated breath for that. Let's see, settings. 50, that's good. Lineups. Rebuild lineups. Go. But the MMA betting breakdown went up today. And I'm around a little bit this weekend. I mean, not that much around, but I'm around somewhat. You don't have that big plans.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably put some stuff on.
I'll probably be editing some lineups tomorrow. I've got a friend visiting and a birthday thing, and then taking care of Kay. But like,
Sunday 11 for sure. The live NFL.
Yeah.
Any news on the Kenneth Walker or no?
I didn't look at anything.
Oh, I don't know. He missed practice. I always wonder if there's any.
Yeah, I haven't looked at anything since then.
Oh, I was wondering.
Yeah. I've been trying. Sorry, I shouldn't have assumed you knew that, but I've been trying to talk and get so many things sites straightened out of the way. Like I'm borderline going to go to LA and just sit down with Kenny and Will because there's just so many things to do.
And who is that? Did you guys work some more stuff out after I left, though, like with Will and whatever?
Yeah. We've been doing it every day. It's just there's just constant just difficulties. I mean, not even difficulties. Just things take time. So it's nothing bad. It's just
right.
Time.
Now is Will the same guy that we could never pin down?
He had a job before, a big
right.
job.
But it's the same Will, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Why is it that after all these years, you still have that issue with DraftKings with the editing the lineups.
I don't know, buddy. It's the strangest thing. But like it had been fine, and it's back to working again now. It had been fine for a while. And then since yesterday, it's just been acting up again.
Yeah. All right, guys. I guess we're gonna get out of here. Hope somebody takes something down, and I'll be in and out this weekend for sure. And I guess that'll do it.
All right. Good luck, everybody. Sheets, have a great time, man. And I'll see you Sunday at the latest.
All right, later.